women here, the ultimate 48-hour author, sitting here in Mackay with our gorgeous author, Jo Sainsbury, who is soon to be published, but I thought this was a really interesting and different conversation for our interview series, just to talk a little bit about the journey when they're about 70% through, and we've got laminated versions of what Jo's book cover used to look like, the mock-up cover, and it's going to be the final cover, and we're going to talk about how this can change and what this could mean in a moment. So welcome.
Thank you.
And thank you for being here today, and Jo's come to help us out at the event today. You were in this room. Actually, we worked out yesterday in Townsville that to the day the girls that were authors from there. So I reckon to the day today, because Mackay was the next day, I think this is our 1-year anniversary.
It is a 1-year anniversary, and I'm very, very grateful for the opportunity to help out today.
Yeah.
And it's great to see you all again.
Thank you so much. So let's talk about the book project, the thinking behind it, and all that sort of stuff. So how long had you been thinking about writing a book? Was it a instant thing that you turned up to an event to just see what it was like, or was it years thinking process?
It first came about, I got asked to write an article for a major industry publication 2 years ago in 2017.
Yes.
So I wrote that article and it got published, and that's where the curiosity started. So
about writing.
Yes, about writing. And I seen the advert for the half-day workshop, and I thought I'll go along to this and just see if I would be able to pursue this little goal. So that's where the idea first came from. And then once I attended the workshop, your infectious personality and passion for book writing got me drawn in. And I think that was the
And we were like literally on the spot, like, let's do it.
Yes, and I did. I signed up straight away.
I know.
So I'm really glad I did that.
Yeah, you did amazing. And that's taking that leap of faith and just backing yourself is so hard for some people. What was the break? How did you? I mean, a lot of stuff goes through your mind because the program is not a small investment, right?
No.
It's a significant investment. So, how do you overcome something like that?
I think once you sign the dotted line, it's a commitment. So you've got to show commitment, and as well as it's your money, it's an investment. So you've got to get return on investment.
Yeah,
so,
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so yours was literally, we meet people who've been thinking about for 10 years and all, but yours is you did the article, you started thinking about it, and it came. So now let's talk about the book. So it's called High Heels to High Viz. Kick-ass women making waves in a man's world. Did we keep that on?
No, so we
removed the tagline. Yep. Okay, so that's so Stuart, you can show the mock-up to the final. Much more gorgeous. I love your little funky name at the bottom. Right, so what's the book about?
Okay, my book's about my transition from working in the corporate sector and donning my hard hat and high vis and working out in the mining and resources sector now, which was totally left field from what I'm used to.
And so different for a female.
It is, and it's a non-traditional role for women, and my book's about guiding other women and encouraging them to take a step out of their comfort zone and working in these non-traditional roles because they're very fulfilling and...
well, I know you love your
Yes,
role.
I do. I love my job with a passion, so I'd like for other women to enjoy that passion too.
Yeah, that's beautiful. So different. I actually, I love when we find someone who's doing a different niche, and I believe you're going to stand out so much within this industry and a representative or ambassador for women within non-traditional roles. I love it. Okay, so tell me, you're about 70% through, and what you guys are seeing here are laminated covers of the mock-up and the soon-to-be real book in hand. And I often tell my authors, things will happen just from a laminate because you're going to go around and you'll network and meet people left, right, and center. Always carry this in your bag and show it to people, and and it's more of that commitment, isn't it?
It is, and it's unbelievable the opportunities that have arisen from having this laminate in my bag.
So tell us about them.
I've been given about 4 or 5 opportunities so far. I've been offered 3 speaking opportunities, which I've already performed one about 3 weeks ago on the Gold Coast.
You performed?
Yes. It wasn't the most award-winning performance, but it was still it, and that was another step out of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
But very glad that I've succeeded at it. I've got another speaking opportunity by a major industry organisation. They've approached me and asked me to speak at a conference in May next year particularly in regards to the role and women working in these non-traditional roles.
Yes.
And I've also now been asked to write an article for a major women's empowerment magazine in their next issue in January.
Yeah.
So very much the opportunities just keep coming, and someone's knocking at the door all the time, and it's very overwhelming at the moment.
And that's just
very
from showing
exciting,
them.
and that's just from networking and just trying to get the little bit of a plug out there to say, hey, this is what's coming, this is what I've got coming. So,
well, I love the fact that you're saying you've got speaking coming up, because once you speak and you actually have your book, say, on your table and your banner and all that kind of stuff, you will be able to generate that extra revenue and all that kind of stuff. You know, I'm worried that this job you love, you might make obsolete.
No, well, that's what, and I've been thinking about that myself. Thinking I've got to manage this because I still want to do my job for a few years yet.
Yeah.
But I also don't want to turn down opportunities that could lead to bigger revenues.
Yeah.
So.
Well, the benefit of taking your time, I think, is you could build a lot of the infrastructure, like the website you told me yesterday you were building, and if you take, create an online course around this and sort of set everything up and have it ready, so the day you might want to transition to something different.
And that's the idea. I think I've been appreciative of the time that I've taken, because I wanted to make sure my content was of value and my website was providing the product that I'm trying to get across.
I love it. So Jodie came to the workshop exactly a year ago.
Yes.
And then she attended the February retreat, which was about 8 months ago. So she hasn't done it in the super fast way, like the 3 or 4 months that we estimate after retreat, but that's okay, because as long as you finish, that's the most important thing. And we think 12 months of your retreat is still amazing, because
it is, and sometimes it feels like that I'm lagging behind,
but
I'm not, and I'm comfortable with my pace.
And we're very proud of you.
Thank you.
So how have you found the process so far?
Absolutely excellent. Your support and Stu's support, Viv's support, the whole team is inexplainable. It's there at a phone call, at the tap of a keyboard. You've always got an answer, so it's very, very simple.
We're very fast. I know, but that's what I always say to people, and this is because all of you guys end up having businesses because of your books. You've got to service people. I mean, customer service nowadays is hard to find,
It is, and you need that one-on-one. You don't want to ring up and get a recording. You want to hear that person's voice on the other end, and you know that it's personable and it's directed just to you. So.
Well, our flavour is fun, fast, bang, family. So we want you to feel like family, because I'm sure you probably think I'm never going to write another book again, because this is been such a challenging process. But let's speak about in about 18 months after this book's out, normally that kind of passion for it, once you get the
taste for it,
you kind of go, I've got another idea and all that, and that's when the revenue from book sales, because I've got 10, I've got them here on the back table, all of a sudden people are picking up 5 or 6 books, and it's not just the $20, it's actually a significant sale, and I haven't had to do anything further.
And I think that's right, because I know I have a thirst for knowledge, and I want to. I'm like a sponge. I want to absorb as much as I can. So if I find a book that draws my attention, I'll buy it without hesitation. Yeah. And if it's something that I want to learn more about, that's a definite.
I love it. So, guys, this book is actually currently at pre-release, which means it's a little bit cheaper than when it's launched. So we're going to post the link below this video where you'll be able to go ahead and pre-purchase one of them. It's about $10 cheaper than when it's going to come out. So I won't say it because you won't listen to me. We'll post it, click on it, it'll take you right there. And thank you so much for being here. And next time we're going to do an interview with the book in hand.
Sounds good. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Joe.